Behold, I give you the very, very bad Innator! It's made up of only the most evil parts of my old Innators cobbled together without any rhyme or reason.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Dr. Doof Inators.
Behold, Barry the Platypus, my Invisinator! Well, things are about to change, thanks to my brand new Chicken Repulsinator! Behold, the Repulsinator!
For this list, we'll be looking at the smartest, funniest, most ridiculous, and most memorable inventions from our favorite pharmacist.
Really? Really? Why does everyone just stampede to that conclusion? Other people wear lab coats, you know.
We mean evil scientist.
I should become one. That would show them. I'll become a pharmacist.
Let us know which of your favorite Innators we missed in the comments below. Number 10, Teleportinator.
What do you know? No more Perry the Platypus. Transported to some random location somewhere. Ow!
Dr. Doofenshmirtz is obviously a little bit of an oddball, but he's nothing if not brilliant. Apparently, this man has Einstein-level IQ because he invents teleportation in one episode. It's no secret that Phineas and Ferb are geniuses. They also invent teleportation in an earlier episode.
Go to Isabella.
Isabella, located.
Hey, Phineas, what you doing?
But Dr. Doofenshmirtz clearly does not get enough credit for his intelligence. He also doesn't do anything all that evil in this episode.
And it was such a stellar plan, too. I was going to use it to send City Hall, and consequently my brother Roger, back to Drusselstein and out of his mayoral jurisdiction. No fuss, no muss, just bzz, and he's gone instantly.
Apparently, teleportation isn't very cost-effective, so Doof uses this Innator to send his daughter to the movies, skipping the purchase of a ticket.
Sweetie, I can send you to the movies after all.
Really, Dad, it's no big deal.
Ducky Mo.
Number 9, the Invisinator. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? If you said invisibility, Dr. Doofenshmirtz has just the Innator for you.
Behold, Barry the Platypus, my Invisinator!
He invents a ray to turn the Fireside Girls invisible when they knock at his door, so he doesn't have to see them watching him through his window. Why he doesn't use it on himself in this instance is all part of Dr. Doofenshmirtz's ingenuity. We don't question it. Luckily, passing through the Innator while invisible turns the object or person visible again, which is pretty handy. This ray also turns into a disintegration ray later on in the episode.
With just the simple push of a button!
So, we're awarding bonus points for the multifunctionality. Number 8, De-Volition-inator.
So, what do you think of my Devolitionator? Not to be confused with my De-Evolutionator from a few schemes ago. You see, volition is our ability to choose what we are going to do.
Teleportation, invisibility, and now mind control? Give this man a Nobel Prize. You may be thinking that evil scientists can't be awarded Nobel Prizes, but we beg to differ.
I'm controlling Perry the Platypus.
When Doofenshmirtz gets the Devolitionator helmet on Perry, the worst thing he does is have him help pick up Vanessa, and a whole lot of hitting himself. Okay, so maybe don't give him the Nobel Prize so quickly, but at least he doesn't make Perry eat gum off the sidewalk. That counts for something, right? In the end, Dr. D's plan with this Innator goes off the rails, but Perry still helps him look cool in front of his daughter with the iconic "There's a Platypus Controlling Me" song.
Can't stop, I got a platypus controlling me! What? I got a platypus controlling me!
Number 7, Norm the Robot.
I'm showing initiative. When I help Dr. D take over the tri-state area, he will be so proud of me. Maybe then he will take me out for a game of catch.
Though he's not technically an Innator, we figured Norm deserved a spot on this list. Norm becomes such a developed character on the show that it's easy to forget he was first created to rid the world of platypuses, and by extension, Perry himself.
Recoil in horror at my new creation! A giant killer robot man!
My name is Norm.
Although the robot and pet are supposed to be enemies, they seem to make up quite quickly. Perry even borrows him to get the traffic cam CD from Candace and the kids.
Hi, I'm Norm.
That's it? You just want to borrow Norm, my giant robot man? Fine, knock yourself out. I'm going back to bed.
Norm ends up as kind of a son to Doofenshmirtz, at least from his own perspective, and even falls in love later in the show with another giant robot named Chloe.
Hi, I'm Norm. What is your sign?
Hi, I am Chloe. I am a Pisces.
They grow up so fast. Number 6. Repulsinator.
Behold, the Repulsinator!
This was one of the rare times Doofenshmirtz was successful, and the universe mocked him. In this hour-long special, Dr. D invents the Repulsinator. It turns anyone it hits, you guessed it, repulsive. He strikes his brother, Roger, with the Innater, which turns him into a zombie-like Heinz Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, he's gonna be repulsive now!
Yeah, Dr. Doofenshmirtz is the universe's literal definition of repulsive. Poor guy. The zombie Doofenshmirtzes spread about quickly, and eventually, most of Danville had been turned into repulsive pharmacists. Doof ends up helping the gang save Danville from the zombie versions of himself, because it turns out that lots of me is too much. Number 5. The Innater.
When I was young, I entered a science fair with my very first Innator. I wasn't very clever with names yet. It was just, Innator.
The very first Innator. Ah, memories. Young Heinz invented this Innator to enter into a science fair. Unfortunately, a kid with a baking soda volcano stole the show and was awarded first place. The next year, he entered again with an even bigger Innator, only to lose to yet another baking soda volcano.
You know what? I don't even remember what this does.
The Innator doesn't actually do a lot besides fire a random laser beam out into space, but cut him some slack. It was his first one. The invention does manage to reshape Candace's face carved into the side of Mars, so that's something. Sort of.
Who does that look like?
Well, it looks a little like a rhesus monkey wearing a powdered wig.
Maybe it makes sense that he didn't win that science fair. Number 4. DoOverinator.
Ah, that is my DoOverinator.
What's a Do-Overinator?
Really, it says do-over right in the name. It does the day over again, but I haven't worked out all the kinks yet. Matter of fact, I gotta work out the kinks in a lot of
A
these.
Do-Overinator?
It's the 104th day of summer vacation, and Dr. D creates the Tri-Governor-inator in order to make himself Tri-Governor, aka ruler of the tri-state area.
Behold, the Tri-Governor-inator!
In this Groundhog Day themed episode, Candace goes to return some borrowed DVDs to Vanessa. She finds the Do-Overinator, an invention which he hasn't quite worked all the bugs out of yet. Candace fires up the Innator so she can do the last day of summer over again and finally bust her brothers. But she and Doofenshmirtz get trapped in a time loop, which begins creating wormholes in the space-time continuum.
So what you're saying is the days are repeating and you're the only one that notices.
Well, maybe that little friend of yours, too, because she was inside the bubble.
Doof later creates the Time Straighten-Out-inator to straighten out time. It's also the point where he gives up evil and becomes one of the good guys. It's about time.
Well, I guess I could. I could be a do-gooder, doing good, just for the sake of doing good. Or what exactly do good guys do?
Number 3. Chicken Replace-inator.
Well, things are about to change, thanks to my brand new Chicken Repulsinator!
Originally invented in What a Crock, this Innator switches whatever it hits with the nearest chicken. However, this Innator really gets its time in the limelight in Candace Against the Universe. Spoiler warning here if you haven't seen the movie. Minus the hilarity of the invention itself, the Chicken Replace-inator actually serves as a solution for 2 different plot points.
We'll use the Chicken Repulsinator to switch places with a chicken on Earth.
Turns out, there's a setting on the Innator that allows whatever it hits to switch with the furthest chicken as well as the nearest. This allows Doofenshmirtz and Vanessa to get back home from Fibla Oot, and gives Candace her idea to save the day. Number 2. Other-Dimension-inator.
Behold the Other-Dimension-inator!
Teleportation was one thing, but how about a portal to a whole other dimension? You better believe Dr. D has done it. Phineas and Ferb across the second dimension gave us the version of Doofenshmirtz we'd all been waiting to see. A truly evil Heinz.
I still don't get it. If we're the same person, why are you so much better at being evil than me? True evil is born through pain and loss.
Doof's tragic backstories have always been the root of his evil, which is why second dimension Doofenshmirtz's motivation is pretty hysterical. He lost a toy train.
Choo-choo?
That's it. Maybe first dimension Doofenshmirtz was too humble. Either way, this Innater, which Phineas and Ferb help out with, has to be one of Dr. D's smartest inventions.
Now that I think about it, those two boys made some modifications to my design which may have allowed it to, to work.
Makes us wonder what other inventions could come out of a Flynn Fletcher and Doofenshmirtz team-up. Hey Dan Povenmire, are you taking suggestions?
Well, I think I see your problem. Everything's wired through this self-destruct button. Do you even need that?
Well, of course I need... Wait a minute. No, I do not need that. You are absolutely right.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Ball gown Innator. You get a ball gown. You get a ball gown. Everybody gets a ball gown.
You can... Oh, seafoam green? I'm actually more of an autumn.
Candace!
Oh no! Jeremy's here! How am I going to get ready in 3 seconds?
Apparently, do what we did.
Now who's blinded by sand Innator, also known as the Who's Crying Now Innator.
Behold! The now who's blinded by sand-inator! Or maybe the who's crying now inator or something like that. Something with the inator suffix.
Dance Innator. Dance like no one's watching. Or you've been hit by this dance ray.
To add insult to injury, the platypus is leading.
Blow itself up Innator. Well hey, it works.
My blow itself up inator!
Wrapped up in a nice little bow Innator. So convenient.
Behold, the wrapped up in a nice little bow inator! I bet you're wondering what it does, huh? Well, let's just say your nemesis is arriving sooner than expected, and your place is a complete mess. Tidying up is a snap with the press of this large red button. See?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Time travel-inator.
Behold, the time travel-inator!
Alright, yes, we've seen time travel before, but not quite like this. If you're unaware, the creators of Phineas and Ferb have another Disney cartoon called Milo Murphy's Law. The Season 1 finale reveals that Dr. Doofenshmirtz is the man who invented time travel, known as Professor Time.
Professor Time, my name is Milo Murphy, and we need your help.
Wait, you're not the pizza delivery guy.
Phineas and Ferb might have been robbed with this one, but we'll give Heinz the free pass here. In this Milo Murphy and Phineas and Ferb crossover, Professor Time helps save Danville, a true testament to his newfound virtuousness. We knew you had it in you all along, Heinz.
Professor Time! Hey, long time no see, Cavendish.
He knows my name!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.